Hey guys, welcome back. This is Micah. Um, so today I've got a video for you. This is called Lord of the Rings Online, or LoTRO for short. It's an RPG, like an MMORPG, where you play through the Lord of the Rings as your own character. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you through the Epic Quest storyline. So basically, the storyline for the game, as an elf guardian. If you know anything about RPGs, then you'll understand a little bit of what's going on here. But basically, what you do is first you pick your gender, and then you pick your race. So I'm gonna go with elf because elves. Just why not? But so as you can see, each race has their own characteristic buffs and debuffs. So as the elf, so the race info says, long ago, the elves welcomed the younger races of Middle-earth and allied with them when the need was great. But centuries of war, betrayal, and hardship have made them fiercely protective of their seclusion. So there's this thing. There's 4 characteristic traits for each race, I believe. And the four main races are man, dwarf, hobbit, and elf. And then if you want to buy them, there's a high elf and a bearing, but those aren't free. Oh, and this game is free to play. It's completely free to play up until like the storyline quests you have to buy after a certain bit, but I think that doesn't happen up until like level 30, so you should be good. But so one of the elf characteristic traits is Sorrow of the Firstborn. You have reduced morale and morale regeneration out of combat. It says elves feel things more deeply than the other races, are more subject to sorrow. Morale is your basic health, so yeah, that's important. Then they have improved agility. They have reduced fate due to the fading of the firstborn. They suffer no illness, so you get 1% disease resistance and 1% to poison resistance. So I'm gonna go with Guardian. So the Guardian is your tank class. They can use heavy shields. They can use heavy armor and one-handed swords, or they can use two-handed swords, and they can also use spears. So yeah, let's go with the Guardian. Class difficulty basic, roll defense. Yeah, so we're gonna go with that. And so now you go into your character creation. So you select your origin. This is mainly for roleplay, but we're just gonna go with Lorien, because why not? But lighter hair. But basically, you customize your character just like you do in any other RPG, and then right after you do that, you can just jump right into the game. We'll just leave it at that. But yeah, so you name your character usually according to the naming guidelines, but yeah, Sindarin is the naming guidelines. So Sindarin is actually like an Elvish language that Tolkien made up. If you've never watched the Lord of the Rings movies or read the books, I highly recommend that. Those are very good books. And apparently the name that I wanted is taken, so that's nice. How about that? Nope, name is taken too. Yeah, you have a lot of trouble with this sometimes. Wow, all the good names are taken. Let's just go with that. Nope, that's taken too. This is funny. Let's try that. Okay, that works. So basically, you just hit enter Middle-earth. But Yeah, I'm gonna walk you through the main storyline of the game. I'm intending on making a series out of this, so yeah. So look out for multiple videos of these. My Wi-Fi is really slow, so it lags a lot. But this is a really fun game. I highly recommend this game to play it. We'll walk you through the elf storyline. The initial
While visiting the refuge of Athelion under the care of your master, you find yourself in the midst of a brutal attack by greedy dwarves of the Dowerhand family. Their king, Skorgrim, thirsts for power with an unnatural lust, and you are in the eye of the storm.
You cannot tarry here any longer.
Skorgrim's forces are upon us, and I fear they make straight for the library. He seeks the relics of Helion, though I do not know what a dwarf would want with them. These relics were once coveted by a gaunt lord of old. I think the fool believes he can become immortal if he acquires them. Quest objective, open the satchel, right-click it to collect what's inside. I suggest you read these little tips. I've played this game so many times. But, yeah, read these little tips. They're kind of important. But basically, you right-click something to equip it in your inventory, or press I to open your inventory, or you can press C and open your character panel, and then press I, open your inventory, and drag and drop it into the selected place.
Good. You are better armed.
Your Master Telegin wishes to see you before you venture out into the fray. But do hurry, this place is not safe for you. Follow Elrond's Telegin, your master. Apparently my master's Telegin. Valahar, my dear student, I wish I could let you stay safe within these walls, but Elrond tells me that Skorgrim makes straight for this library. You must survive the battle outside. I am afraid I worry for you. Duel with me one last time, my friend, and I will show you that you are show me that you are ready. It will ease with my heart. Next objective: spar with Master Telegin. Okay, so the combat system in this is basically you press 1 for an attack to your number 1 button. But you have like some attacks that do different damage, different types of damage, and with the Guardian, you have to some of these require either a block or a parry. Block and parries.
There is no time to waste.
Blocks and parries are determined by off-screen dice rolls. There's no time to waste, Valahar. Go outside with Telegin and see what can be done to stop Skorgrim from advancing. The Dowerhands cannot be allowed to take the Gaunt Lord's relics. I have vowed to keep them safe. I will hide the relics, then I will join Telegin in protecting the library. Be safe, young Guardian. But, yeah. The combat system in this game it's interesting, but it's pretty fun. It's similar to most MMOs out there anyway. But yeah.
The shadow has risen.
Go, Valahar. This is where the storm will converge. Edhelden is down below. He will guide you through the gate to protect what is left of this refuge. That's a troll. It's scary. Oh yeah, I should point out, these little things here, this is a debuff called Dread. Dread makes your maximum health actually move down. So, some classes have skills to reduce Dread, some don't. This little green bar is your health, this is your morale. It's how much damage you can take before you die. Blue bar is your power, and each skill that you use requires power. like, you watch the blue thing while I take down this guy. You see it goes down as I use skills. But it automatically goes up over time. But, yeah. I think basically what's going on here is that dwarves are trying to take relics from the elves, and so the elves are fighting back. Specifically, the elves from Ered Luin and the Dourhands. The Dourhands are a specific clan of dwarves led by Scream. Yeah. Oh, this little buff happens whenever you're over by somebody of like great importance in something. Hope is basically the opposite of Dread. It increases your maximum morale rather than lowering it.
Megovanen.
I fear for Athelion. How much more can we withstand? And I hear that Skorgrim has not even shown himself yet, which means the worst is yet to come. Here comes the troll again. I think I'm gonna end this video after I finish the intro. This is what's called the intro. It's basically just the introductory to the game. So this guy stunned me. Stunned and I can't move. Also experiencing dread. So the debuff wore off. Now, this is what's called an instant. So basically, it's just something that happens that is kind of outside of the main world. But yeah. So basically, this guy he sacrificed himself for the sake of his other people. He brought. This was your master, so it's kind of important that he brought the roof down on top of himself and the others, and the dwarves.
Athelion is ruined now.
Alas, Velahar, you have lost your beloved master. You may blame me for his death. I could have saved him, but he bade me go to you instead. Telegin was brave to spare your young life. And Helion is ruined now. Telegin was not the only elf to die today. Skorgrim will trouble us no more, and the relics are safely buried. But it was such a needless battle, and Helion will pay. So that's the end of the intro. But
the old refuge of Athelion lies abandoned, a ruined testament to the greed of Skorgrim Dourhand. 600 years after its fall, dwarves inhabit the ancient halls in the mountains, and Elrond of Rivendell, sensing a threat, has sent his sons Elrohir and Eladan along with a company of elves to investigate.
But yeah, that's the end of the intro. So I'm probably gonna end this video right here. I'm gonna pick it up later though. So yeah. Well, I'm not gonna end it right here, but let's play through a little bit more. Just a little bit.
I have come to offer my service to this party of elves.
I offer you and your company my service, good elf. I am here on an errand from Dwalin, leader of our own traveling party. Seems we have arrived at the same time. Dwalin wishes to understand the circumstances of this coincidental visit, and if we dwarves may be of any assistance to you here. We have come to investigate the long silence since Gormer Daursmith has become steward of the hall in Thorin's absence. Why have the sons of Elrond ventured hither? Accept the quest. So your mini-map is going to be right here. Mini-maps are important. They show you where to go on your current objective.
It is interesting that the dwarves arrived when we did, though we came for different purposes.
So our party has come to pursue my father's strange premonition. Dwalin's party has come to investigate another claim, Gormer Dowersmith's failings as steward of these halls. I wonder if our two quests are not unrelated, Velahar. What do you think? Well, let us begin our investigations. Now that we are all here, Dwalin, though a dwarf, is a friend to Rivendell. We will lend him what help we can. Okay, so this is one of those quest rewards where you choose one instead of multiple. But basically, the tattered dwarf make cloth short robe, that's light armor. And so, light armor has the least amount of armor. But as a guardian, you have passive skills, and one of those passive skills is heavy armor. It's a characteristic trait. So you can use heavy armor. So heavy armor is probably the best armor. It doesn't slow you down, which is kind of weird. But this is heavy armor, so we're gonna get this.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
My father is great among the wise, and his dreams and foretellings do not often stray from the mark.
These are the words he imparted to me. Blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the Dour King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. I am no riddle master, but some of the elves in my company have something to solve such things. Come, let us speak with the riddle masters Marathon and Doralas, for Doralas's blade. Doralas bade us to come here. Hopefully they know where to start looking. Okay, I'm going... Yeah. But, if you want to know how to open, like, your skill panel and see all your skills and traits and stuff, press the K button. And here are all my active skills. Click passive skills, and you can see all your passive skills, like, I can use heavy armor, heavy shields, light armor, medium armor, normal shields, the base passive skills, agility of the woods, Fading of the Firstborn, Sorrow of the Firstborn, and Suffer No Illness. Combat characteristics, one of them is Bolster ability. This is just a placeholder, so when you level up higher, you'll get this ability. These are instrument proficiencies. I think every class except for the minstrel class, which is like kind of like it's the main healer. You can use a horn, lute, and specialized equipment to learn how to play other instruments. And minstrels at level 30 can write other things. Minstrels use songs to write, basically. But like, yeah, weapon proficiencies. I can use daggers, one-handed axes, one-handed clubs, one-handed hammers, one-handed maces, one-handed swords, spears, two-handed axes, two-handed clubs, two-handed hammers, and two-handed swords. But yeah, you have to, mounts, you have to buy a mount skill for your character with LoTRO points. Something that you can do, so once you get to level 30, you start having to buy stuff, but you don't have to use real money. Something that's kind of cool about this game is that you can do things called deeds, which are like little side quests, and get LoTRO points. But, yeah, it's kind of a cool concept. But, anyway, yeah. But, this is, I highly recommend this game. But, yeah. Well, guys, that's gonna wrap up today's video. If you liked this video and you want to see more like it, click the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell that will notify you whenever I've released a new video. I'm gonna do more of Lord of the Rings Online or LoTRO. Definitely gonna do more of those. So if you think you want more of those, then yeah, subscribe to my channel. And I highly recommend getting this game. It's free. It's not very large, I don't think. But yeah, it's a good game. It's probably one of the best RPGs. And so if you like Lord of the Rings or you just like RPGs in general, get this game. It's a really great game. I'm going to be doing more walkthroughs later of this game and other games. So watch out for those videos. I'd like to thank Flufufa. I didn't make his name. He did. But yeah, I'd like to thank him for help in the intro and outro music. And I'd like to thank FL Studio for, well, for being there. But I made the music with FL Studio. So if any of y'all want to make your own music, FL Studio, the demo is free, but you can't exactly save projects. But if you want to save projects, you have to buy it. But you can get the demo and see what it's like and see if you want to buy it or not. But anyway, y'all have fun. Enjoy the games. See y'all. This is signing off.